York memories. See the city with Dawn Marie and hang in Little Italy. R.I.P. South Factory. The real party is Kings County. The songs about music all around. That's where she found the Brooklyn sound. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Her large Italian family, they taught her hospitality, empathy, humanity, and strengthened her community. Her justice call, defiant tone, rings out from her Long Island home. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her justice dance. They face the music, they got no chance. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her justice dance. They face the music, they got no chance.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday night. It is just about 5:38 p.m. here on the East Coast, and I just wanted to come and say hello. Sorry. I just wanted to go live and say hello to you guys and see what everybody was doing today. How's it going? What's going on? Miss Jessica NB, good to see you. Darlene Wolf, Cheryl F, Morgan M, Des, Kitty Q, Lexi, all of you guys that are coming in. It's so nice to see you guys. And so it is Tuesday, January 14th. So what is popping around here? I said, let's kick it on the stoop, come hang out for a few. And, we could just shoot the shot and hang out. So what is going on? Yeah, this is just the beginning of the week for me. So I'm trying to wrap it up a little bit and say what's up. I know I did a live the other day and we talked about like perfume. And then I was like, all right, well, that was nice. I listened back to a little bit of it and I said, there was some really good input, from the chat here on certain topics. So I kind of wanted to go live and get some suggestions from you guys on like what we should talk about and, hanging out on the stoop. That's just what you do, right? So you get together with your friends or your family. And so that's how it was in New York. Everybody got together, they hung out on the stoop and, talked about nonsense, gossip, things, just what's going on in the neighborhood. So what's going on in the neighborhood? Kitty Q, my kids finally go back to school tomorrow. They have been off since Christmas break. Oh, that must be relieving for you. Get them back to school, right? Jessica, did you get a chance to look at any of the creator I sent you? Great safety tips. No, I actually haven't had a chance to, but I will. That is definitely on my to-do list. Cheryl, it's so good to see you. So yeah, what has been going on? Darlene, we had our gossip and coffee and cigarette. That's right. Listen, the grandmothers joined, the neighbors, aunts, cousins, mothers, sisters, brothers, and everybody just came and hung out and sat on the stoop and talked about everything and nothing, right? And so that's a little bit of history of New York and what we did. So, and it's January 14th, and so it's freezing out. So nobody's sitting on the stoop right now, unless there's a day where it's like 55 out and people are like, you know what? The sun is out. Let's sit outside. And then the concrete gets freezing cold and you're like, all right, let's go inside, turn the coffee pot on. And yeah, Cheryl, it's good to see you. So everybody did their errands today, ran around. I know I accomplished a lot. So I had about 45 minutes to an hour. And I said, you know what? Let's go online and let's chat and hang out for a little bit. Uncle Frank, good to see you. So nice to see you guys. So, just just hanging out, relaxing, and not really doing anything special, right? Grab a drink, come and hang out, and let's chat. I know that the fires are still going crazy over in California, and so we send our love, thoughts, and prayers and everything over there because what a disaster it is. It's terrible. Yes, I hope you had an amazing day too, Uncle Frank, and that you're feeling good. So, yeah, let's see. I really didn't have an agenda. I didn't really have anything special to talk about. I know there's been some wild and crazy things that have happened here, and just reading through Discord, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Like, let's go live and talk about it. There's just, it's crazy town, right? Did Darlene been feeling New York and Florida are on the radar? Well, what's crazy is I was just telling one of my girlfriends today. I said I have seen so many vehicles from Texas here. I'm like, what is everybody from Texas doing down here? So it must be the place to go. I don't know. Uh, Erica Olson, what's good? How you doing? So, yeah, I figured, listen, you guys can throw a topic at me. Let's talk about whatever. Like I said, we talked about perfume. We talked about a lot of different things here. Uh, Miss Jessica, send the Signal app so we can chat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, you can come in Discord, you can send messages back and forth. Listen, the thing I was saying the other day about Discord is why I like it is because I feel as though it's an extension to after a live is over when people want to keep talking or, just have a place to like form friendships or whatever, like Discord's there. And so it's a 24/7 place that you can write a message, somebody can respond to you, people are constantly chatting in there. And it's a little bit more of like a personalized, people that you have in there and stuff. So, uh, yeah, Kitty Q, me too. I like Discord. I do. I feel like I have, everything is organized in like little rooms where all the information is in there. And yes, get back on Discord. Absolutely. Someone made a fake Uncle Frank account. Oh my God. What the hell? People are ridiculous. Like, I mean, people starting fights with people making up fake names. Like, come on, man. Like, can somebody check and make sure that that's the real Uncle Frank, right? You know, you didn't even know about it. That's gross. Listen, we were all cloned back in the day. And so, we'd have to have like certain creators come to us and be like, hey, is this you? And, the best thing to do is to check the link and see if it ties back to the person because that's really what you can Jennifer Marie, good to see you. You just found my channel. You didn't know I went. Listen, I just recently started going live like 6 weeks ago, not even. So it's definitely been fun. It's nice. It's nice to come here and talk to people that, we're all like minded of the same type. We come from the same areas of places down here. And so we have lots of things to say and we want to talk about it. And what better place than to do it amongst our friends and stuff, right? It's good to see you too. Yeah. So, Kitty Q, ready? Here we go. Yeah, I'm too old to be fighting with people anymore. That's why I carry. I am with you. I mean, at the end of the day, some of the things that I've heard some people say here, I'm like, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Like, do you not hear yourself in public? I mean, there's just certain things that you just don't say. And there's some people that are just here for, all the fighting. And so I mean, whatever, live your best life. If that's what you need to do is to come to a live platform to voice your opinion on a disagreement with somebody, I mean, listen, live your best life. But there's places for those are those channels that they go up, 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 and then boom, they crash because it's just we've all here watched it. It's just it implodes. Mystique, good to see you. Yes. Domery, we should sometime talk about how to properly report things. Yeah, just Jessica, we do. And, if we could all, maybe we could all help each other out here. And so, I'm about it. I feel as though if somebody is, creating a narrative that's not true, or, they're picking on somebody and you're like, wait, 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 slow up. Like, that's not how that person is. Yeah, I mean, report it. Do what you need to do to protect yourself, protect your friends, your family, like all the things. Just, yeah, I'm about that. So, Darlene, old saying, my favorite grandma used to say, "Don't kiss me or your mom with them." Yeah, I feel like I used to hear like people in my family will scream, "You kiss your mother with that mouth! You better watch it. Watch your mouth." And so, there's just some people that just have zero filter and they just say, whatever it is that comes out. And I don't know, like those are the people we side eye. We're like, did you see that? Like, she, what? Sunny side, good to see you. Dawn, did you get the medical bag list? I did. Darlene, thank you so much. I haven't had a chance to implement it and put it on the community post, but I will. You had a bunch of amazing, Darlene is a retired EMT worker from New York. And so we did a live the other day talking about like, if God forbid you needed, to pack 5 things, what would be those 5 things in an emergency? And so Darlene was amazing, amazing help for me. Thank you. Miss Jessica, it's 3 degrees in Chicagoland. Oh, gross. I feel you. Uncle Frank, you love my accent. I love yours too. So let's see. I know, and I was so happy that Oblivious Benson promoted my channel. One day I was listening to her and she was like, Dawn Marie, she's got a great accent. And I went, Benson, how you doing? Like, I appreciate that. So, I don't hear myself as having an accent. And when I'm talking to people, I guess it comes out, like when I'm talking to my family or whatever, I don't hear it because they all sound the same. And some of my family has a stronger accent than I do, like they could talk a lot more heavier. I think sometimes when you move away, you like lose it a little bit. I go back and forth so much for work and stuff that I don't know that I could ever lose it, but I don't hear that I have an accent. I always say, "You have an accent." I don't have an accent. You have an accent. Gen X, good to see you. Yeah, stay prepared. Kitty Q, that was such an informative live stream. Thank you. You helped too. There's so many people here in the community. You guys all offer a certain, level of experience and things. And like, I'm always giving kudos to Judy Ron and Ed Wallace and all of those guys because, I mean, who better than to hear things about what happens in the streets and crime and God forbids and things like that. And to hear it from retired law enforcement is always, these guys work the job. So I appreciate all of you guys that give any kind of feedback to anything that we talk about here. And Uncle Frank, yeah, that's how I got the link. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, OB, she's great. She's great. She promotes the family. I said when she first started coming around, I was like, who is this lady? I remember telling Ron, I was like, I don't know about this Benson. Like, what's the story here? She seems to know a lot. And, she did. She did. She knew a lot of things and, a lot of like a lot of resourceful things. And so, that always helps a true crime family out when, you can dig up information that's what you do, or, you sleuthing and things. And so I remember being fascinated by her when, going through the Madeline Soto case and stuff. And it was just, she had done a live with Dewey Ron, and it was so cool to like listen to the things that I would never had known, that side of like OSINT and all of the things. And so it was fascinating for me to even just be a part of it and listen to her a little bit. And if anybody hasn't heard of Oblivious Benson, subscribe to her channel because she's got a wealth of knowledge, and her kickback funny attitude is, you got to like that kind of dry sense of humor. And yeah, she's very funny. I don't have an accent. No, Jennifer Marie. No, you have an accent. Melissa with one ass. Good to see you. Yeah, so that's what's popping over here. So let's see. Hang on. Oh my god, I feel like I have dyslexia going. The way her brain works is so amazing. She knows too much about so many things. She really does. She definitely has me. And then when she plays these like little short videos, I die because I'm like commercials from like the 80s where the guy's talking about like a flea market. And so I'm like, she's wild. Very, very funny. Right? Sunnyside, love the name. Oblivious Benson. I mean, it's such a play on what is that? The Cops, the TV show. I just remember I was just like, the desk just dropped her link. Thank you so much. I I was like, this woman is hysterical and smart. And so sign her up, bring her on, let's go. Let's see what she's all about. And I mean, she was close with Melanie Little too, the retired attorney in New York City. And so she was helping her. And it's just nice to have people that have real resources, and or they're like, hey, I want to help out, or even if it's just like a little bit of like channel building or whatever. When you're a good person and you just want to help out, or you're like, okay, I am into true crime, I want to dig into this case, and so but I don't want to hurt the investigation, but I just want to look into facts, help, whatever, like we're about it. So let's see. um Jessica, I first saw her on Duty Ron, and I have spent so many days, nights, weekends studying OSINT, anti-hacking, data privacy, and often felt weird. I saw her and was like, "Oh my god, I'm not a weirdo." No, definitely not. Like she has a way of, and I'm pretty sure it's what she does professionally, and so it's just nice when somebody wants to, I'm all about like learning and helping each other out, like educating a little bit and stuff. So yeah, she's a cool chick. I like her. Kitty Q. Yeah, it's nice to have nice people refer us to nice people because some of the creators are meh. I agree with you on that. I remember coming to this platform years ago and following certain people because I was like, all right, like I'm home. I wasn't working. Like I remember saying to one of my girlfriends, I said, listen, we're here for a train wreck. Like we are all about this. Like we went from watching like how-to videos and things, and then people that were completely from other planets. We were going, what'd she just say? Did you hear that? I mean, wild. And then I went, all right. So then I harnessed myself and I went, okay, we have more, how-to videos with live creators that were really, really good. Like I started with Scott Reich. He was a lawyer out of Colorado. I mean, who better than to get your, let's talk about it facts from a retired attorney, or no, I'm sorry, he's not retired. He actually is still practicing, I believe. And so, he would say things too. And I was like, all right, this dude is pretty resourceful and knowledgeable on things, and he was covering cases that a lot of us here were following back in the day. And then listen, Ron was just, you can't not like his personality. He's funny. He's Duty Ron, and so he brings a lot of experience and everything here. And so it's fun to but it's funny because following some of the channels that I followed back in the day, it was like heavy, heavy drama and women fighting and who's calling CPS and I mean, it was just wild. The thing, I mean, they were sending SWATs to people's houses, and then they'd get on the live and they'd go, I didn't see nothing. Did you see something? I didn't see that. Meanwhile, everybody's sitting there like you just know in your head, you're like, wait a second, this lady knows. Like but you're like fascinated because I remember thinking like, well, this is all made for TV. People come here onto this platform and they start a channel. So who was I to think that it wasn't like supported by NBC or ABC or things? And so I used to think that these people got up in the morning, 8 o'clock, grabbed a cup of coffee, took a shower, and discussed a little bit in a private chat about what they were going to talk about, and so then they went live, and here we were to watch. Like we were able to buy memberships. We were like, to me it was all like, okay, this is a business, this is what people do, and then not realizing that these people were fighting in real life. I went, wait a second, roll back. Like this is a whole disaster. This is not real life. This is not, well, it is, they went real life. And so you would think to yourself, like, okay, well, this isn't Three's Company. We're watching a whole disaster here of friends falling out and people going for each other's necks. And whoa. I remembered like I had to reel myself in because I said, this is not the way this is not how you handle yourself in public. But these people didn't care. I don't know. I mean, it was wild, and a lot of you guys here in the chat know exactly what I'm talking about. Like just watching the wild things that people would say, do. I mean, they were sending pizzas to people's houses. I mean, it was like You couldn't not go, wait, what just happened? Did she wait? And then the lady ate the pizza and then her lip got swollen and then she went live to talk about it. Like it was fascinating at what these people would do. It was crazy. Darlene, I love learning about anything and everything. Yeah, same here. Especially, I love learning about things that I know nothing about. And so to me, it's very challenging to be able to sit there and, try to stay busy or to listen to something in the background while you're working or, if you're gardening, just cooking, anything, and you're listening for just a conversation. And so, like, this is the perfect place to come and, learn and especially from like when you sit there and you say, okay, like, is this person going to have the facts? Or is this person just garbage? And so if you just want to dial yourself out and connect, then, that's you find. Listen, I titled a live the other day about you find what you focus on, right? And so you find what you focus on. And so if you are following a case and like, that's why I say, like, part of it is good and part of it is not. Like, when you go down a rabbit hole of a thing that hasn't even gone to a trial yet, you're like, this is a disaster. Like, you just want to hope that the people involved are not watching. Talk about a train wreck. Just say when. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Eileen, hey girl, how you doing? So yeah, we're just kicking it on the stoop, hanging out, shooting the shot. And Duty Ron posts the Forensic Friday questions. I love the quiz questions. Yeah, those are definitely, yeah, they're always in his community post on it's Fridays, right? Patrick, New York, what all you nerds doing? Listen, we're hanging out on your stoop because we haven't seen you in a few days, so we want to know where you are. Come out and hang out. Eileen, good. You need to hang out? Perfect. Well, this is the place to come. So we could sit on my stoop. We could sit on your stoop. We could sit on Joey's stoop. Whoever. Like, just pick a stoop. What up, music? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. So hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Do all of the things. We love to just hang out here and talk about everything and nothing. Like I said, you guys shoot a title. We could talk about it. Yeah, you're excited to be a stoop kid, right? That's right. How do you not? I don't know. I don't hear my accent. Like, I have a lot of people that say that to me. They're like, "What'd you just say?" I'm like, "Nothing. I didn't say nothing." And a lot of times when you start talking, like, when people say like, "Oh, that's a New Yorker. Don't get her mad." Like, she starts talking like that, and so I can hear myself when I say like that. I can, I don't know if maybe because you say it and then I focus on it, but I never used to hear any of that. Your dog had a good checkup. You can breathe? Well, that's good. That's great. Did you have allergies? What's up? MD Blue, good to see you. Hi, welcome in. So let's see. Patrick, New York. Hello. It's a birds of a feather kind of place. That's right, man. We don't discriminate over here. We just hang out. We got all different kinds of friends and we're just kicking it old school. Darlene says New Yorkers are like Geminis. Do explain. What are Geminis like? Um, When I lived in Tennessee for a bit, they thought I had an accent and I thought they had one. Exactly. Just say when. That's just what it is. Like, I have a friend that's like, she's very, very Southern, very country. And so to me, she sounds all of those things. And so she'll say to me, my God, and sometimes people, like, if you have an accent or you have a New York accent, they're like, oh, yeah, she's rude. I'm like, what? Why? Like, we just say the words and no, we're not being mean. We're not rude. Like, actually, New Yorkers have a very bad, it's we have a bad reputation, right, of being those things, but we're actually 100% opposite of that. A lot of New Yorkers, most have good hearts and they're good people. And so we help a lot. We, do all of the things as a community. And so it breaks my heart when I hear people say that. I'm like, don't say that. That's not true. Good checkups are so relieving, Eileen. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that your dog is okay. I'm glad you were okay. I know that this month has been rough for, a lot of people. And so everybody's, there's been like sickness going around and, people catching a cold, just getting, like wicked sick. Somebody said that to me today. I was like, wait, what? Not just sick, they're wicked sick. She goes, "Yeah, my husband told me he's wicked sick." I was like, "Are you from Rhode Island or are you from Boston? Like, what's wicked sick?" Wendy, I don't think any of the New Yorkers I have met here are mean. No, I don't either. And so, there's just some people that are, they just think, listen, I think that other people, and I don't say from where, but, they could be very snappy or short, and I go, ooh, like, that's just like a whole thing. What she said, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stoop and hanging out. Hit the like button. So, Eileen, I have a spot on my paper. Right, like checking it Thursday. Eileen, I hope you're okay. Make sure that you stay on top of, your health and all of that. And you think Gen X says, I think 2024 was bleh, feeling great about 20. Listen, me too. I have high hopes for 2025. I think that, I don't know, to me, 25 is such a better number than 24. And so I wish for great things this year. I think like, again, it goes back to like you find what you focus on. And so for me, a lot of 2025 is about focus. And so it's very important that you try to get underneath what it is you're trying to accomplish in life. And even if it's like, I have a lady that I was talking to today, and she just wants for her daughter to get better. And I was like, you know what? That's a great thing for 2025. Like, I see that for you guys. And so it was just, sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of a conversation with somebody, because if you're feeling one type of way, you're hoping that your friend or, the person that you talk to on the daily will make you feel better, right? And so I live for that type of thing. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Frank, I know what you're saying. Darlene, I'm Native American. Okay. Where that attention goes, the energy flows. Hey, I love that. It's so true. And I was just saying today too, like there's a lot of places on here that are very, the true crime gets so heavy after a while. And so I know a lot of times we need to just shut our minds down and like talk about like just nothing. And so I said, when I remember Joey Brooklyn was asking me like, well, what do you want your channel to be about? And I said, I don't know. I don't want, if I make it too heavy or we talk about true crime too much, like, I just feel as though there's enough people on here that are doing it and some are doing a great job at it. And, so I said, listen, I'm going to make my channel kind of like yours, where people just come and hang out and that's it. And we could just kick it back. Let's just, to me, if you have to put too much into something, it's a lot of work. And if you work full time or you do things, it's a lot. It gets heavy. And so, I love to watch true crime and things too, but for me to even like there's a lot in these cases to cover. So, um 2733 Music Live, what's up? What do you want us to answer? What's the good word? You have any good what's your channel? Do you want to post your channel here? I mean, do you play good music? What's the deal? Let's find out. All right, you have some videos, or is it something that you think we'll like? All right, so let's see. Here we go. Eileen is like a lion, out like a lamb. That's right. Ooh, we're talking about favorite candy. Let's go. Okay, so listen, Valentine's Day is coming up, and they circle the holiday around candy, cards, balloons, Valentine, like and so let me see here. Let me scroll back up a second. So Kitty Q says my favorite candy bar is the Cadbury with fruit and nuts. Excellent. Patrick, New York, you got to do you. That's right. Listen, you just got to do you. So listen, that's out. All right. Sanders, good to see you. Yes, Valentine's Day is 1 month from today. I mean, February 14th is, there's some people that, I personally love Valentine's Day. I think that it's, I remember there were years, where I said Valentine's Day is like Valentine's Day massacre. Either people love it or they hate it. And so you can figure out around, you know, what simplifies Valentine's Day for you? Is it, do you remember like bad relationships and you're like, "Ugh, I hate that day. Let's wait for the 15th. I can't," or do you get around it and love all about the things? What's up, Sanders? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Cheryl, I don't have any, I can't. What's Valentine's Day about? What? You don't know what Valentine's Day is about? So, all right. Do we got to break it down? Yeah. Well, you know what, Darlene? I have to agree with you. And that's why I'm saying, like, as we grow and go, with all the channels, we see the good intentions, the not so good intentions, the people that are just downright hurtful. And so I can't be about it. Life's too short, you know? So, yeah, it's about history. It's about love. It's about, what is the true meaning of Valentine's Day? I mean, to me, I'm just like, you know what? It's about red, pink, love, hearts, flowers, candy. It's just a day that I mean, listen, every day is Valentine's Day if you're in love, like, 365. It's all the things. Chocolates in heart-shaped boxes, and how commercialized has holidays become, right? And so like smaller holidays versus larger Christmas, Easter. You have Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Like those are, the smaller holidays. But listen, the here, kitty Q. Last year, my husband got me personalized Oreo cookies with my kids' pictures on them. How cool is that? That is so different. I feel like my mom got that one year, and I don't remember if my sister got it for her, but yeah, they were like Oreos in a box, and it was so cool to actually see just like little things that are different. Gen X, one of my kids' birthdays is Valentine's, so it's a birthday celebration for me. How cool is that? Square shaped boxes, round hearts, round square. And what's that famous candy that's always in the grocery store when you and they're like the first one right after the like Christmas Day is over, and then they're like Valentine's Day. The end cap is all decorated in, is it Russell Stover's? Russell Stover's is like the first box on the shelf, and you're like, okay, they're ready. They're all ready to rumble. Like it is Valentine's Day when the grocery stores start. Like, Target, Walmart, all CVS, all of the stores are like decorated to the hills now with Valentine's Day stuff. Yeah, chocolate covered cherries. I bought something the other day for one of my clients, and it was like chocolate covered pretzels with like, pink chocolate drizzle on them. It was so cute. I said, I wanted to give her something a little cute, and I know she's got a couple of kids, so I was like, how cute is this? And she's, it's just like little things that, you can do to let somebody know that you're thinking of them, or, you know, what she said, sorry, don't care. All right. Well, hey, listen, you know what? Then not everybody is for everybody, and that's okay. We're good. Chocolate covered strawberries, that's another thing. Um, let's see. Hard to believe I'll be 63 next month. Cheryl, happy early birthday to you. Now I want chocolate covered cherries. Des, listen, I know. I told you I could sit here and talk about, you know, all of the candy, all of the, all about the different things that they offer. And so I always knew it was like those, what was it, like Queen Anne made, it was a brand, and they made chocolate covered cherries. And so that was another thing that came out every Valentine's Day. Or even like the best bottles of champagne and things that are sold in the stores. And you're like, what about those little conversation hearts? I remember getting those, boxes and boxes of those for the kids during Valentine's Day, and they would give them to their friends. And so then you have like the little cards that they can, the little, what are they like, little love cards, Sherry's berries are awesome. Oh, I gotta look that up. Yes, happy Valentine's Day to our Valentine's babies. I don't like that coconut crap. What is the ew, yeah, no. You know what? I'm not a fan of anything really coconut. So, I mean, maybe like a light perfume spray with a little bit of like a coconut smell, but I don't like any. Yeah, the candies that are inside the Russell Stovers with the coconut, ugh, like, those are gross. You like, all right, see, so Erica Olson likes coconut. Listen, we could, you know, agree to disagree. I think that coconut is, I can drink coconut water, but I can't eat anything with coconut in it. It's so weird. I don't know. You love the coconut too? Well, then you know what? If you share a box of candy with me, you know what I ain't touching. And so it's more for you. Or what about the ones that they have in the box that have like that filling inside and you're like, or I remember being a kid and like me and my brother, we would take bites of the candy and we put it back in the box. Like we wanted to try each one. And then I remember getting older and realizing that on the back of the box, it showed what was inside each candy shape. And I remember telling him, I said, "Hey, did you see the back of the box? It actually tells you what's in it." But I don't know, we just had fun, like, taking a bite out of each candy, and then my mother would say, "Ew, yous are disgusting." Like, "What are yous doing over here? You ruined the whole box of candy Dad got me." Um, you love your mom's homemade coconut cream pie. Alright, so listen, the coconut cream pie, I could deal with, but coconut inside a chocolate, I'm not a fan. Gen X, you're all making me wanna go scour my pantry for candy, I know. Listen, sometimes if we just talk about it, we don't have to actually eat it, right? So, I like the smell of coconut, but I don't like the taste, Patrick. Yeah, and it depends, like, to me, it's like a texture thing, and so Valentine's Day doesn't really do much for me anymore. Yeah, that's why I said, like, are you about it? Are you not about it? Do you love the holiday? Does it, I know, like, I had a relative that passed away on Valentine's Day, and so, I always try to remember her, and then I just say to myself, "All right," like, there's just certain days that remind you of certain things, and so I get it. I totally get it. Darlene, my weakness is mounds, and I don't what? And I don't mean women. Darlene, you mean you don't like to watch sloppies on Kitty cute. I like banana flavored stuff, but don't like bananas. See? I don't know. It's like a texture thing. It's like people that love potato, like baked potato, but they don't like mashed potatoes. It's a texture thing, right? Isn't that Cheryl? My ex never made Valentine's Day a big deal. No wonder why we got divorced. Oh no, I hate that. To me, it's like, I don't know. I love it. And so, Darlene, me too. Same. I get it. Not a cream-filled chocolate, chocolate and nuts. Erica Olson for the win. Sanders. Macaroons are okay once in a while. Okay, I get it. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a texture thing, I think. What's up, Cleo? Good to see you. Cleo Tulu. Darlene, you're a certified nut. Hey, listen, you said it, not me. Okay? We could just keep it here between us and the stoop. That's it. Let's see. So yeah, we got that coming up in a month. And, January is always like a long month for a lot of people too, especially if you live in like north and it gets dark so early and, the weather is always so gloomy. It's definitely hard. And so you got to do a lot of things to keep yourself busy. And, I know a lot of times like weather puts people in certain moods. And so, I always like to try to like tell people if you're in the north and you're able to get away for a few days or a week and just, if it's a weather thing, go on a vacation, take a cruise, go where it's sunny just to, get some vitamin D, get a little bit of a tan, feel a little warmer weather on your face. It always helps to, especially if you're in a funk. Wait, did I see Patrick, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Erica, I'm the opposite. I like bananas, but the fake flavored stuff, meh. Darlene, you're like an open book. Love throwing a zinger once in a while. Hey, I love it. Give me that New York attitude of yours. I'll take it all day, every day. Versus somebody that's got a bone to pick with, like nobody. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to fight with one whole animal? Like, I don't understand. There'll always be, listen, there's a difference between a little bit of some back and forth zingers or, just going crazy. And then you sit there and you say to yourself, why is this person like, is the whole narrative like, are we missing? Did we miss the memo? Like, what's going on? Why are you calling out a creator or a subscriber? Like, I know, like, over the years we used to always say, like, you know, leave the people alone, like leave the subscribers alone. Now it's like everybody's going back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, or if I see somebody say something about somebody who's like a really good person and I think, okay, did they not have a good ride on the ride here? Like, is it their turn to get off the ride? I mean, I don't know. Oh, Sunday was your birthday. Well, happy belated birthday, my friend. Yeah, Eileen, it's pure rudeness and it just doesn't. Yeah, I miss a lot of the memos, Darlene. I tell you, and that's why I love Discord because I'm able to go in there. I can get a brief 5 minute, like I could sum up the whole day by just a couple of people like giving me a heads up. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, why? Like their experience wasn't the same on the Star Wars ride. Like, what? It hasn't changed in 20 years. It's just crazy. Leave good people alone. I don't understand it. There's plenty of people out here that are bad that you could go after. Go after the bad guys. Like, not the good ones. There's so many good ones here. Yeah, I tell you. Darlene, don't say that. You're a good person. You're funny. Hmm. Let me see. Hold on. Kleoski. How you doing? So yeah, Sanders. Sanders has another. Listen, FAFO Sanders. Him and his wife are beautiful people. Subscribe to his channel. They sit in their living room. They talk. They hang out. Once in a while, they'll like do a little cooking in the kitchen and what I love. Listen, she's the kind of wife that I would love to come and visit you guys. Like she just seems like the neighborhood lady, right? Like everybody knows her name. She hangs out. She's got an opinion on something, but guess what? She'll help you too. Like she's just one of those women you could tell she don't mess around. She's your typical amazing New Yorker. Like she'll call it out. She says it like it is. We love her. I remember the first time I watched your channel and I can't remember if Joey told me, like somebody told me about your channel. And at first I was kind of like, what? Like, wait a second, hold on here. Like I had to catch a couple of, episodes. And then I went, oh my God, these people are adorable. Like I love them. I think you're a retired police. Like and just his wife is such a good soul. You can just tell, like she just, it's like they talk regular like we are. Like one day I'm gonna have you come up here on the panel and we could just BS a little bit. I love it. He's definitely somebody that you're gonna hang out with on the stoop. Des, thank you so much. Everybody subscribe to FAFO Sanders. And yeah, retired state trooper. There you go. I knew that you were in law enforcement, and were retired. And I thought to myself, okay, these are like sitting in the recliners, hanging out, shooting the shiz, like just keeping it 100 and telling it like it is, having a good time. You're not out, nobody's hurting nobody. Like I love it. We need more channels like that. Joey Brooklyn, he comes, he lights a stogie, he sits in the backyard, he talks in front of the fireplace. He's got a very active family, and so Joey just likes to come here and decompress for an hour, just relax and hang out. There's just, like I said, there's so many places on here that are heavy and it gets to be a lot, and then people are just at each other's necks, and it's like, whoa. Slow down, hold up, chill out. I mean, yeah, I love his fireside chats. They're little. They're just, he's not out there hurting nobody. We're just talking about what's going on in the world, what's going on in life, how you doing? How is everybody? Just say when we have snow and cold. Oh, well, I'm gonna push you down. Like listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little chilly here too. And so Darlene will tell you. I mean, I think it was like 50 degrees by her. I would arrest Patrick New York all the time. Oh, that's funny. I love it. You know, it's the kind of thing where I don't know, when you get to a certain age in your life too, you just want to kick and chill. You just want to hang out. Nothing like listen, keep it a little light. There's no reason to go berserk and hang out. Oh my 50. Oh, it's fine. Patrick New York is rehabilitated. Great. It's good to know. Hey, Darlene, yeah, it's comfortable and friendly. I welcome everybody to come in here and hang out for a little bit. And like I said, grab a drink, put your dinner in the microwave, whatever, and come hang out for a little bit. That's it. Sitting on the stoop, we're talking about everything and nothing. Listen, sometimes you need that. Sometimes it is nice to just kick back and Erica, here's a question for you all. When things get too heavy, what do you do to relax and decompress? Yeah, what exactly? Erica, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, for you guys in the chat, when things get heavy, what do you do to relax and decompress? Tell us. I know for me, like, I like to just either get a massage, go for a walk. And what do you guys like to do? We all have a flight of ideas. Yeah, Darlene, what do you do to relax and decompress? I know it's hard for a lot of people, especially if you work a very high intense type job and you're like, you know what? I just need a half hour to myself. And so sometimes people just need to be by themselves and they need to be alone in the dark, and just shut off the lights and hang out and just, you know, I get it. I totally get it. Des goes for a walk with the dogs. Lexi does bass fishing. Just say when I do my puzzle books. Yeah, I have a friend that used to do that. What was that game? Candy Crush. And I'd sit there and I'd go, oh my God, how do you do that? Like, I wanted to take her phone and smash it because I'm like, you're not listening to anything I'm saying. And you're sitting there crushing candy. Like, what are you doing? But that was her way of decompressing. And so she would sit there and I guess it's kind of like the puzzle book, right? Darlene, meditate, read, and listen to music. Perfect. Those are great things to do. I know sometimes, you ever get in the car and you just turn the radio up. I know I do. And I'll rock out all by myself. Like I'm the girl in the car sitting next to you that's like, I'm singing, I'm doing the moves, I'm dancing. And so a lot of times that could change your mood too. Put you in a little bit of a better mood or just try to like forget everything that had just happened or like I'm the type of person that I like to tell people to like diffuse, walk away, take 10, relax, go breathe because what's the end result of freaking out? Like more freaking out. Like it's just especially when I come from a big family and everybody was like, who's over here, who's over there, who's yelling, who's screaming, and you're like, whoa, sister, slow down, take a deep breath. Yeah, exactly. Erica Kitty Q says I drink a beer and play a game of darts. All right, I get it. That's cool. Sanders, when I feel cold in the house, I go outside for 10 minutes. Then when I come in, it feels so much warmer. I remember that about New York and just it would be freezing outside, but I'd go outside and then I'd come in and be like, oh, I really appreciate that, radiator. Like just and cold weather sometimes actually just it wakes you up, it's refreshing. I go on business trips and stuff and I'll be in like a hotel and whatever city I'm in or wherever I'm like, all right, hold on, wait a minute, like what's the temperature outside? And when I'm anywhere where it's cold, I just go outside and I'm like, okay. Like I love it. I just sometimes you just need to go outside and breathe in the cold air and then come right back inside and lay down in the bed. Like, get comfortable, right? Eileen, in a cocoon. Darlene, I do coloring as well. Okay. Sanders, you do Pilates and smoke cigars. That's my kind of dude. That's right. Like, just smoke a cigar, relax, take a deep breath. Your problems are still going to be there later, but calm yourself down a little bit. Take a cigar, go outside, sit in the nice weather with, whatever it is, right? And so right, Wendy? That's what I'm saying. Um, Patrick, New York, FAFO Sanders walks me 3 times a day. I am dead. I can't. Um, Darlene, and see what other ferals we have in the yard. All right, okay. You got a lot of critters over by you out there, so it's like the Wild Wild West. Kitty Q. Sometimes I draw. I love to draw, but don't do it much. Yeah, I do too. Like I'll sit there sometimes, like, and I'll doodle, and it's just I don't know if it's part of like focus or distraction or whatever. Like I know if I'm like on a meeting or something and I just need like 5 minutes or whatever, I'll just I'll take a piece of paper and I'll just start like I'll draw, and sometimes it doesn't turn into anything but I'm like, okay, I feel a little better, like I can refocus now. And so you find what it is that you could do to relax a little bit, right? Eileen, you love your fireplace. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Let's see. Beamer 650, good to see you. Hold on. Darlene says she cross stitches and learns to crochet. All right, that's legit. Hmm. Cheryl, smart minds think alike. Just say when. 10 weeks can't come soon enough. Oh, what are you doing in 10 weeks? Or, oh, you mean like the weather's going to get nicer or what? Let's see. Erica Olson says now music, read, play games, surf YouTube. I used to go horseback riding, hike, lay out, and watch the stars. Hey, those are all great things to relax and do, right? And I know a lot of people in my family, like they'll read. And so that helps them to decompress or, listen, if you surf the internet and YouTube videos is what distracts you or kind of relaxes you, you find your hug a tree, darling. Hug a tree. Let's not even go there. I won't say it. I can't. Let's see. Patrick, New York. I love playing. I'm okay. My dad is really good, so I have to keep practicing so I can beat him. Oh God. You know what? Listen, when you're competing in a game with somebody, it's kind of like, that's another thing too. To stay relaxed and decompress is like play a game against somebody, right? I know Kitty Q tried to get me to play something the other day. We were trying to figure it out in the Discord. I was like, girl, when you figure it out, let me know. I was like, I will definitely, start up some type of I think it was like a trivia game or something, right? Uh, Melissa, I had to mute for a stressful conversation and came back to Dawn Marie saying, relax. Oh my God, I love the stream. Oh, thank you. And I love you too. You're such a good person. So, you know, there's so much stress going out in the world. And so you want to come here and hang out for a little bit. I love it. Mystique, it's good to see you. We're just hanging out on the stoop, doing a lot of nothing, just talking and hanging out. Oh, the weather. Okay, just say when. Thank you. Um, so Kitty Q says, my husband bought my youngest a crochet machine, and so far he has made 5 toboggans. Well, wow, that's pretty impressive. How cool is that? Oh, it was a word game. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was a word game, if it was a trivia thing, but I was like, okay, I'm down with it. Like, I mean, Melissa will tell you, I have a room in my Discord where it's just counting. It's legit mindless. It's so stupid. But, we all just like, I'm a very, 5, 4, 3, 2. I like to chill out and just, like I said, take 10, calm down. And so going into this counting room, I think is hysterical. It's so ridiculous, but and every time you count, you get like a check or a I think it's on a trophy now. Like we get into such high numbers. I'm like, okay. And then if somebody like messes up the rhythm, it's all like you gotta start over again. So it's not really a big deal. It's like whatever. Oh God. What up, Gadsden? How you doing, Dennis? Good to see you guys. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to come over here, hang out for a little bit. And so what else is going on? We New Yorkers find it hard to stand still, so to speak. Yeah, Listen, we're constantly moving. I know for me, I have to always stay busy, and so I can't because if I am just steady, if I'm just like stale in a situation, I'm like, you know what? Ain't happening. I can't do it. Like I can't sit still for more than 5 minutes. I got to get up and move around. Uh, Yo, what up, MB? How you doing? Good to see you. Yo, we're just hanging out, chilling on the stoop, doing a lot of nothing and everything. Stagnation sucks. Yeah, Darlene, listen, it's not good for the you got to move your muscles, move the blood around a little bit and just like go for a walk. Even listen, you don't have to go far if you're not somebody that likes to walk. I mean, I know people that they'll go to the mall and they'll walk around or I mean, it's nice outside, walk outside if it's nice by you. You know, go to the gym. I do know people that do like to go to the gym and decompress and lift weights and that kind of relaxes them, so that's always nice. Erica, if I get down on the ground, I have trouble getting up, cold or not. Weather could definitely affect your bones and your joints, and so you just got to move around a little bit, get up, stretch, and if you can't, just try to do the best that you can. Hang on a second. So let's see. Erica. Oh, I read that already. Pokemon. What? Isn't that I remember going to like was it Disney or Universal one year and we were walking around and I happened to look down and seeing a kid like putting like little things in the bushes and I'm like what is so I remember standing there and we were waiting online so I was like I was intrigued so I looked over and I'm like yo what are these kids was like putting rocks all over the park. I'm like do these people like just come here and I guess they were playing like a game and so hey, whatever listen I mean they weren't hurting nobody and so and then I think it was like something where like I don't even know what it's called and if you guys have kids you know what it is. I think it was hysterical because I was like, "Wait a second, they just came to a $140 a day theme park and they're playing with the rocks and their friends with like a walkie-talkie." I'm like, "What are they doing? What's going on in the bushes?" Janelle, good to see you. I love you. How are you? Good morning to you over in Australia. That's another thing that's really cool about the internet. You can talk to people that are from other places in the world, like it's 6:32 p.m. here and it may be 6:32 a.m. by you. And so it's nice to see where everybody's from and, you know, Eileen, where are you going, Eileen? I'm in physical therapy, hope to walk and build up to yoga. Oh, I hope you get better. Really do, Eileen. Erica says, "Hey, if you can walk, do it. So many take walking for granted. It really sucks when you can't." Absolutely. It does. And so, you gotta do the things that you can do when you can do them, right? Because, it's like when you yeah, like you said it perfectly. So many take walking for granted. And so there's a lot of people out there that are, in a wheelchair and they can't. And they look at somebody and they're like, look at this lady complaining about her whole life. If only I could just walk. And then it just makes you take it into a whole different retrospect and you think, wow, all right, well, listen, just do what you can do. Um, yeah, oh, arthritis. It's the worst. It's painful, I know. Um, just say when it's corpectomy. I don't even know what that means, so I won't even wait, good to be prepared. Just say when. What kind of surgery are you getting done on your neck? Oh, you're having neck surgery. Oh, well, good luck to you, and we wish the best for you. Um, Sanders, do your balance exercises too. As you get older, balance becomes a big issue. I'm telling you, just like a little, I told you guys, oh, so, and I also wanted to catch you guys up on Millie, my lady Millie. I seen her over the weekend. And it was funny. I actually said to her, "Hey, Millie, how you doing?" Like, I said, "I have to tell you something." She's like, "What, sweetheart?" I said, "I have a podcast and I talk about you." And I just said it like that. And so she looked at me and she goes, "What?" And so I said, "Listen, it was around Christmas time and I just told, my friends online that I met this woman and obviously I, Didn't I just told her I didn't even know how to say it, but it made me so listen, it lit up her life. She looked at me and she went, "Oh my god, I am so honored." I said, "No, we are because we got to hear a little bit about you and your life just based on me having a 10-minute conversation with you." And it was really to me it was amazing. And so when I seen her, I said to her, "So catch me up. What's going on with your life? How is everyone?" And so she said she had a nice holiday. The kids are good. And she's like, "I'm working a lot." I said, She said, "I worked 105 hours last week." 73 years old. I'm like, "Millie, how you doing?" Like 73. And the woman is putting it like she works three, I think I told you guys, she works three different restaurants and she's a server. And you could just see the woman has a good heart and she had energy. She was flying around the restaurant again the other day when I went. And it lit me up to see her. And I thought, Millie, that's what I'm talking about. Like, so her updates are it's a busy season. She's got a lot going on. She what else did she tell me? Millie. So I told her that I talked about her. Her eyes lit up and she was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I said, "Listen, it's nothing major. Like I just, met this woman. She's 73. She's beautiful. She's got colorful sneakers. She's running around the restaurant." And so she was like, "Oh, wow, that's so nice." And I'm like honored. I said to her, "No, no. Like it was just fun to, you know, talk to her and like I said, she definitely has her core customers that will request her. And so I told her, I said, "Listen, it was so nice to actually see that there were some, people that really appreciated you." And so I thought that I would say, she says, "Most people nowadays, they don't tell you you're doing a good job. People are quicker to point out your fault, your failures or your shortcomings before they are quick to thank you or appreciate you." And so I told her, "Listen, you know what? It was just something little for me. You changed my outlook on the day." And so, it was important to just kind of talk about the little things like that. It was so nice. Oh, thank you so much for the Cash App, Darlene. I really appreciate you. That was so awesome. And Gen X, thank you so much for dropping the link. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all of you guys that come in here, that hang out for a little bit. You know, Diane B, did I see you slide in? What's up, girl? How you doing? Um, your surgery is tomorrow, Dennis, or the appointment. Dennis, good luck tomorrow. I know Des Millie, right? Aw, we love her. There's just certain people that you meet in life and you're like, "You know what? That person, they they impacted my life. They changed my life. They saved my life." For whatever reason, there's got to be, a few people in your life that have helped you through a hard time or when you just think of like a certain thing and you're like, "You know what? This person was there for me." Or if you went through a divorce and you're like, "You know what? This friend was really, she said the right things. She understood." You know, there's you just remember people for whatever, surgery. You go through a surgery and you think of like the person that was there for you and you want to hope that you have somebody there for you that could help you out in case God forbid emergency. Wendy, tomorrow's my doctor. Tomorrow, doctor wanted me in right away. Oh, Dennis, good luck to you tomorrow, my friend. Prayers and hugs to all who need them. Yes, Erica Olson, I appreciate that and I agree with you. Well, just say when. Well, shoot, we're a mess. Well, you know what? We are here to make you feel better, right? Erica Olson, feel better. Knee pain is no joke. Yeah, my left knee has been bothering me lately. And I'm like, you know what? I stretch it out. I soak it. I got to get into the hot tub. There's just like little things that you need to do to just, that's another part of decompressing. I know like once a week, I love going into go to the hot tub, just relax for a little bit and, just soak. You feel so much better. Yeah, Dennis, we'll be saying a prayer for you tonight. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. Yeah, knee pain hurts like a Patrick, New York, I appreciate you guys. It means a lot. Um Erica Olson. Yes, especially when you are extra fluffy. Oh, listen, hey, love comes in all shapes and sizes, and you know, be nice to people. I don't know. I'm just about that. I think that you know, if you could choose between being rude to somebody or being nice to somebody, do you choose the side of mean or nice? Like, I don't know. To me, I'd rather be the nice person because it's easy to be an asshole. It really is. It's really easy to be that. And so I think it's just better to be a nice person. Dennis, are you having knee replacement? What are you doing? He says, I'm a knee professional. LOL. 12 surgeries and total knee replacement just on one knee. Oh, Beamer 650, you love my streams and shorts. I appreciate that. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that when I go live or when I do an upload, you guys get notifications, and I really appreciate you guys being here. That was the part of like the purpose of having a live stream and being able to talk to people. And I said, I remember somebody asked me and I said, I'm never going to make a live. Like, what are we going to talk about? And they're like, just be yourself and talk about whatever. And so I said, well, you know what? I can do that. I'm a conversation person. And, if people come in the chat and they're having like-minded conversation, let's talk about it. Let's do it. Janelle, both of mine had the cartilage behind the kneecap has broken down and has moved into the joints. I need them both replaced. Oh, Janelle, I tell you. Well, you can appreciate the hot tub, right? And that like putting any kind of, and Darlene could probably help us out with this, right? But uh anything for like muscle relief, joint pain, or anything. I know that I use a specific CBD that I put on like topically, and it really helps to, get through the day. And so anything that you can do to eliminate some of the, it doesn't always help, but eliminate some of the pain that you're having. I know it's hard. Cleo, I love the bubble bath. Yes, me too. I do. It's sometimes you just need it. The fountain of youth, Patrick. That's right. The fountain of youth. Thank you, Sanders. Epsom salts. It's probably, well, right now, like it's like a big thing. It's like a fad. Everyone's like, everything has Epsom salt in it. And so, if you can find a really good, and you can reach out to me, I can help you with that. If you need a good recommendation on something that, is a CBD or has, Epsom salt, magnesium, anything in it to help soothe the muscles. And yeah, I love all that stuff. I believe in it. It really helps. Gen X, you have a great night too. It was good to see you. I'm going to be ending in a little bit. Gadsden, you find that BioFreeze works the best. Okay, see, there you go. So if that really helps you, I have something that, works just as well as that. And so, listen, you find what you need when you need it, and it's Janelle. It has a name too. I'm fine in the bath. It's the getting in and out. That's the problem. Yeah, that's always half the struggle, right? Beamer and my sweet sister Lexi was there for all of them. You guys are amazing. Lexi and Beamer are sisters. They're the nicest people that you will meet here. They're very helpful. And so I'm glad you guys have each other to rely on when you need, that's important in life to have, your person or your people that can help you, through things. It's hard. It's hard. And as we get older, it gets harder, right? My dad says the golden years aren't so golden, and it's BS. Then he laughs. Yeah, it's true. Listen, as we get older, things get harder. Erica, my cartilage is pretty much gone. They won't do replacement until I lose weight. That's hard too, Erica. You got to get, listen, life has so many curves around it. And so you have to, do the little things that you need to do to make yourself a little bit better. And listen, as we get older, it doesn't get easier. It's always harder to take off the weight as we get older. And so we know it's inevitable. Diane, I have the crystal that I put in the hot tub. I turned Ron into a few now. What crystal? Tell me. What is it? Share it with us. Epsom salt in the milk carton. Yeah, the old school Epsom salt. Put it right in the warm bath water, and it just helps to, Janelle went to the shops yesterday for about 30 minutes yesterday, and my knees are sore and swollen and uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, I know. Like, even just sitting here, like, I feel it in my back. Like, it's hard. CBD ointment, no funny stuff. No, no, no. This is listen, CBD, the good stuff, doesn't have, it's not going to be any of that. And so, I'm not saying that that doesn't work for some people, but it's biogel oil works the best for my pain. Okay. Patrick, you just smoke a little weed. Listen, and that's like a thing now, like when it used to be. Listen, that's everywhere. I could go outside and smell it. You just tell who's sitting outside in the back and they're just smoking. Like, hey, listen, I'd rather them smoke that. And if that helps your pain, then great. I mean, you find whatever it is that helps you. I mean, there's nothing like going through pain and things. And just say when my sister was in the hospital a lot last year, and I wouldn't have been anywhere else. That's right. You got to help your people. Gadsden, an old American Indian trick for healing is bear fat. What? What do you mean? Explain, sir. What is that? Diane B, none of those work for me. Just deal with the pain and keep moving. Dennis, I have no bears around here. Just saying. Bear? What? Well, that's wild. You do need to explain. They might give our dog CBD for arthritis. Yeah, Eileen, it definitely helps. Talk to your vet or your, depends. Some are for muscles, some for joints, and some for relaxation, like lavender. Oh, so these stones. Okay. All right. You find that, do you just let them soak? You just put it in the hot tub? Yeah, where do we get bear fat? And then how do you use it? I'm intrigued. I want to know. I got to know all the things because, I mean, he's a retired NYPD detective. What do you mean bear fat? Is this in a bottle, sir? What's going on? Yeah, how do we use it? I have to know. Wendy says, my dog looks like a little bear and she's chunky. I love it. My cousin used to have a dog named Chunky. So we'd be like, Chunk, what up, Chunk? It was one of those like squishy face dogs. Like, I forget, what are they called? There's like a big fat squishy face, like not a pug. Okay, so Dennis Skin Series, he says they rub it on them. It relieves the pain. I learned this from an old timer in Canada when I went bear hunting. Really? So I could go online and Google bear fat and they go like Amazon it to my house? What? Lexi says, I can ask my pharmacist what aisle is the best fat. Oh my, listen, you heard it here first, okay? Bear fat from Dennis, Gadsden Freedom Outdoors. Subscribe. He's got a great channel too. Oh, geez, Dennis, you're going to get yourself in trouble with that one. Because now everyone's going to hit you up and go, hey, can you mail me some bear fat? What's the deal here? Listen, old wives' tales, right? Those are the things that, no, not a Frenchie. What is that? Oh, man. It's that big, fat, wrinkly faced dog, and the drool just comes out of their mouth. She'd kill me right now if I didn't remember what kind of dog it was. Not a Peking. Shar-Pei, close. Not a Shar-Pei. Those are beautiful. And this one was not a Shar-Pei. What is that big? It was in a movie. Oh no. I should text her and be like, hey, what kind of dog was Chunky? I hear Chunky and think of the chocolate blocks. Yeah, right? Eric Olsen, the candy. Not a Saint Bernard. We're getting closer. Not a hound. Not a boxer. No, not a Saint Bernard. Yeah, like a real, yes, not a Mastiff. Jesus, hold on, I gotta look it up. Des, be right back. I'm gonna Google the dog breeds. Yeah, please do that. Chow dog. No, not that. Neapolitan Mastiff. You're creative, Erica Olsen. Let me see. What is the dog with wrinkles? What is the big dog with drool? No, not a mastiff. Close though. Mm, dog breeds that drool the most. Oh, wait, this one. This one. How come it doesn't say the name of it? A bulldog. It was a big, big bulldog, and it just had that face where it just looked like it was mean mugging all the time. I was like, "Arr." And then all of a sudden, like half the side of her face was just like drool. We're like, ew, your dog's got slobber all over it. But it was like the coolest dog. It was a bulldog. And so I remember it had these stocky legs. It was a big white brick. And she would come sit on your pillow and be like, move. Yes, Sanders, the bulldog Spartle. I was just gonna say it sat on the I'll never forget one time we were watching a movie and it just came right over and I had the pillow like on the floor and so I was like pressed up against the couch part and so the pillow was like underneath the back of my arms and the dog just came over and like farted on my pillow. I was like, ew, chunky. No, it was a bulldog. Might just say when. Yeah, it was so we used to be like, ew, you're nasty. But she was the cutest dog. Yes, an English bulldog. Thank you, Erica Olsen. Yeah, she was a big baby. A big this dog was like 250 pounds of like brick. And she'd just come right next to me. She'd be like, you know, she'd just fart out. And you'd look and like we'd all be like, we'd play poker or we'd sit at, we'd be hanging out or whatever. And all of a sudden this dog just came over. I was like, we're like, what the chunk? Yeah, you could fart in the room and be like, that was chunky. Blame the dog. Yeah, Cleo, your dog snores, right? Yeah, this dog was infamous for farting, snoring. He did all the things. Yeah. Husband wants one so he can name it Belvedere. There you go. Beer grease is $24 a pint? Get out of here. Well, I just have Diane, you use it first, all right? You use it and then let us know how if Dennis was right and we'll trust what you say, all right? And then we'll thank Dennis later. So Dennis says, when I hunted in Canada, I had a bear climb the tree I was sitting in, scared more than being a cop in Brooklyn. I do have video of it, just have to get it transferred from 8mm. Get out of here. No way. Yeah, you definitely need to upload that. I mean, I know my uncles go hunting and stuff, and so whenever they would come, over like during a holiday, and they'd talk about like a hunting trip or whatever, and my uncle would have like a picture of like a bear like 4 feet away from him, like, so did you move? What'd you do? He's like, I took the picture. I'm like, okay, well you're here to you're here to tell us about it, and so you know, yeah, it was crazy. I'm sure it was scary, Dennis. Like, geez, he said it was scarier than being a cop in Brooklyn, huh? Ooh. Janelle got a big baby pit bull and an English Staffordshire Terrier. Yes, girl, I had one of those years ago. They're such beautiful dogs. All dogs are, though. I love dogs. Um, Kitty Q, isn't the English bulldog the main dog in the dogs playing poker? Yes, yes. That's why I thought because I remember just sitting there and like you'd see that was the picture of like all the dogs sitting around playing poker. And so like that was just something that we did like on a Friday or Saturday night in the house, whatever. Like we'd just play poker or whatever. And this dog would just be like chilling. People would be like, lighting cigars and hanging out and going this and then there was Chunky. Like she's just sitting there like she was that serious poker dog. Probably why my cousin got it. So, Diane B, it is very regulated. So can we buy it or can we not buy it? Patrick, New York, you heard Cleo. Oh no. Wow, that's something to be afraid of, Dennis. Yeah, absolutely. We used to have that in our rec room, just say so funny. Yeah, good old Chunky. Sanders, I'll have a pint of Guinness and a pint of beer grease, please. Yes, send it down. Slide it on down. Hey, listen, if bear grease is like the thing that helps with pain, the world, like stocks are going up. That's it. A bull mastiff, right? That's funny. Yeah, Dennis, I bet it was scary, right? Yeah. Just scrolling up a little bit here. Yeah, big and drooling doggy. Yeah, this thing was, I'm telling you, it was like a solid brick. And she'd just chill. And that was it. Like, she wasn't much of a fun dog to, like, you'd take her out for a walk. And, like, I remember, like, once I had to go to work and my cousin was like, yo, can you walk Chunk real quick? And I'm like, all right. So I grab the leash. I take the dog out and she's like, la di da. I'm like, come on, I gotta go. Let's move it. And she's like, "Durr, durr, 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 durr." I'm like, oh my God, this dog, he's not moving. She's not moving. It wasn't like a dog that you could just run out and go real quickly. She had to be, she had to be wined and dined. And she wasn't the fast moving dog. She was very lazy and slow. Yeah, just a tad or 2 times speed. There's those channels that when the people talk really, really slow, and you're like, all right, I got 2 times speed this because I ain't got all day, lady. I want to hear what you're talking about, but you talk so slow. I feel like when I was listening back to myself, I was like, "Yeah, I need to slow down a little bit. Slow down." Uh-oh, here comes James Moe in Smurf Village. How you doing? Listen, I told you, we're just hanging out on the stoop, okay? Come on in and grab a beverage and hang out. So, that's it. That's all we're doing here. Nothing special. I don't have no breaking news. I'm not coming to give you any kind of updates on Brian Schmoberger. It's not happening. What's up, James? Good to see you. I put everyone on 1.8 speed, right? Listen, we're like, come on, let's go. Let's roll. Move along, lady. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. So what I can share with you guys is that they're saying, okay, so a friend of mine in California posted something for me a little while ago, and she said the Altadena Pasadena fire was started by the electric company. I figured as much when they shut the power off. Lawsuits claim Southern California Edison equipment sparked devastation. Oh man, that's crazy. Hold on. Let me click on this link and I'll read it. If you guys want to hang out for a little bit more, I'll read this and just give me 1 second. All right, so let's see. Let's open this article. So it says Los Angeles. Lawsuits filed Monday claim utility equipment sparked one of the 2 deadly wildfires burning in the Los Angeles area, while some Pacific Palisades residents believe the other blaze may have started when hurricane force winds reignited the remains of an extinguished New Year's Day fire. Authorities haven't determined an official cause for the fires, which roared to life last Tuesday and have killed at least 24 people. A team from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives took the lead on the investigations. Multiple lawsuits against Southern California Edison claim the utilities equipment sparked the deadly Eaton fire burning near Pasadena. Edison has acknowledged fire agencies are investigating whether its equipment may have started a far smaller LA area fire that broke out the same day. The Eaton fire destroyed at least 7,000 homes and other structures and laid waste to entire neighborhoods. Attorneys representing homeowners who lost their homes said Monday that is in their belief that Edison's equipment caused it. Video taken during the fire's early minutes show a large blaze directly beneath electrical towers. There is clear evidence from video footage, photographs, and witness accounts that the fire was caused by electrical equipment operated by defendants Edison International and Southern California Edison, according to one complaint, filed on behalf of Altadena resident Evangeline Iglesias. Gabriela Ornelas, an Edison spokesperson, said the utility is aware that a lawsuit has been filed but has not yet reviewed it. Our hearts remain with our communities during the devastating fires in Southern California, and we remain committed to supporting them through this difficult time, she said. Last week, Edison filed a report with the California Public Utilities Commissions related to the Eaton fires that said it has not received any suggestions that its equipment was involved in the ignition of that fire. Preliminary analysis by SCE of electrical circuit information for the energized transmission lines going through the area for 12 hours prior to the reported start time of the fire shows no interruptions or electrical or operational sorry, anomalies until more than 1 hour after the reported start time of the fire, the utility reported. Edison also submitted a filing with the Utilities Commission about the Hearst fire in the Syomar neighborhood of Los Angeles that started last Tuesday. The utility said a downed conductor was discovered at a tower near where the fire started, but the utility added it does not know whether the damage observed occurred before or after the start of the fire. Hang on. Wow. But the utility added it does not know whether the damage observed. That fire burned more than a square mile, 2.6 kilometers, and is now contained. Meanwhile, a New Year's Day fire that broke out at the same place as the January 7th fire that ripped through Pacific Palisades to become the most destructive in Los Angeles city history is a particular source of interest for residents who saw both blazes. After about speculation that remnants of the January 1st fire reignited in Pacific Palisades, LAPD Assistant Chief Dominic Choi said Monday that no causes have been ruled out. The Los Angeles Fire Department reported a brush fire shortly after midnight on January 1st in the area of Pacific Palisades. The initial report was 3 to 4 acres of heavy brush burning under 15-mile-per-hour winds. Water-dropping helicopters and firefighters on the ground battled the blaze, which grew to 8 acres, and it was reported as contained less than 5 hours later, according to news reports posted on the department's website. Residents say the wind-whipped blaze that ripped through the community started in the same location as a fire sparked by fireworks shot off just after midnight on New Year's Day. The hurricane-force winds, what day could have helped ignite any embers that remained. Officials have not yet directly attributed the January 1st fire to fireworks. I still think it's too coincidental that it would be in almost exactly the same spot. The fireworks went off that night. The firefighters were there, said Sue Pasco, a resident who lost her home and who runs the neighborhood news website Circling the News, which has been writing about the connection to the New Year's Day fire since the January 7th start. The official investigations could take months, and with strong winds again in the forecast, the area is at risk for more fires that could further complicate efforts to determine cause. Ginger Colburn, a spokesperson for the ATF, said it is too early to determine the cause of the Palisades fire. Colburn said investigators did an initial assessment of the area Friday and began processing the scene Monday. Pacific Palisades resident Robert Trinkeller said he saw the fire early on the New Year's Day and watched aircraft drop water on it. When he saw the fire break out on January 7th, Trinkeller said he immediately thought it was linked. In my opinion, it was a rekindling of the 6th day of fire, he said, in the exact same place. Oh my God, that's terrible. So I'm guessing all of the news outlets will start reporting on all of this. Let me see what you guys are saying. It was terrible. Yeah, James, it's going to be real green there soon, that's for sure. There used to be a huge lake in the middle of California. Oof. We're all still hanging out. Sorry, Bridgie and I had dinner, so I had to pop out. Oh, that's all right. I hope you guys had a good dinner. I'm glad you came back to hang out. The Southwest needs several years of good rainfall. Yeah, they sure do. Sanders, these poor Californians have no homes and the banks will still want their mortgage payments. Yeah, it is so sad. That has to really rev your engine. And how upsetting. People lost everything. And I know they were, people were up in arms over celebrities. Listen, people lost loved ones. They lost their homes. It doesn't matter if that was their second, third, fifth, 10th house. Like, it was theirs. They lost it. And this is devastating. I seen somebody write something the other day about, people making fun of it. And I was just like, what? You're sick. Yeah, it's just a terrible situation, Cleo. That's right. I mean, it's a lot. And the cancellation of lots of their insurance policies. I mean, that's devastating. James, why don't when they install sprinklers in lawns, they should also install 4 huge sprinklers as well? I'm talking 12 to 24 inches in diameter. Would help in cases like this. Sure would. Uncle Frank, forgive my ignorance. I don't keep up on much. Have they said they needed medical supplies or volunteer staff at all? Yeah, I think they, I seen somebody the other day post like links to the Red Cross and things, and I know they, you could definitely check out the Red Cross and everything that's going on over there. It's like I told you I don't cover a lot of, this is a true crime. This is terrible. Like it reminds me so much of like 9/11 in like slow motion. For you see these fires like roaring through, and people you can't do anything. You can't. Sanders, the officials neglected to fill their reservoirs to have the firefighting ability. Yeah, what's up with that? I don't know. There's a lot of politics and things involved here. It's my opinion, not good, right? Yeah, the poor animals and the wildfires, I feel, in my opinion, Darlene, I hope you're, Eileen, yes, and it canceled their fire insurance. Yeah, I know. So sad, right? Uncle Frank, I read that there have been a lot of residents there that are famous who used well beyond the water allotment. Not that anyone deserves to lose anything, but what measures will they take to? Right, exactly. Make sure people don't overuse. Do they enforce fines or anything? Running out of water is a no-no. I mean, looters dressed as firefighters, disgusting. Eileen, what the people are sick, man. Listen, Sanders, arrest them all. That's it. Lock them up. This is nasty. Like, didn't the mayor cut 17 million in fire departments? I don't know. If she did, that's not good. I know they were a lot of people are up in arms over this. This is bad. Like, I didn't want to cover any of this because, I'd have to do a lot of digging on facts and things. And it's a lot, but what we can do is push the love, compassion, and all of those vibes over to the West Coast because they need it. Yeah. So awful. Too much loss too often for so many people. It's too much. Like, when will, I remember as a kid, like thinking like, the world needs a break. Like people, when are they going to end, fighting? And, I pray for world peace and I know a lot of you guys here, but yeah, it breaks my heart, Erica. I know what it's like to lose all or because of a fire, the animals, birds. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. Kitty Q, it's not like this is the state's first fire. I mean, they have fires all the time. It's crazy. There wasn't more preparation for something like this, in my opinion. Yeah. Gadsden, people are still dealing with the floods and devastation in North Carolina and Tennessee. That's right. How soon we can't forget, and so it's just natural devastation after disaster after disaster. It's like, and the fires break out right around the Santa Ana winds. Interesting. Yeah. Well, you know what? I hope that they find what happened and that just these people can get, the help that they need and all of the things. And so, yeah, it's sad. I hate to hear about it and read. And thank you guys for letting me read through that article because it was a lot. So yeah, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys tonight. This was an awesome live stream. I appreciate everybody for coming in here, hanging out, giving us some, tips, pointers, and all of the things. And it is just now almost 7:10 p.m. on the East Coast. I really appreciate you guys for coming in here and participating. Like, subscribe, do all of the things. Put in my comments section, or send me a message on Discord on a topic that you want us to talk about the next time, and we can hang out on the stoop and chill out. So on this, I really appreciate you guys. So have a great night, and I will talk to you guys later.
New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music.